Hello, namaste. This is New to Life Talk, and I am Shraddha Mishra. You are watching Questions of Life. Dear viewers, today again we have a very special guest, Miss Vidisha Singh. Vidisha, you are most welcome in New to Life Talk.
Thank you so much, Shraddha.
So, viewers, I hope that you are doing good in your life and you are also watching New to Life Talks. I hope that you have got the idea and the answers of most of your life related questions. So, today we are going to discuss a very important topic of our life. If we talk about that, the family is important for everybody, and today, whatever we are, it is just because of our parents and family. So, this is going to be our topic of today's talk, that what is the right way of upbringing? Or we can say that what is the positive parenting? So, being a positive psychology coach, I think Vidisha, you must have very brilliant ideas and the solutions of it. So, let's begin with this topic.
Thank you so much, Shraddha. Well, as again, the topic is very close to my heart because I love dealing with the children. I love connecting with them. And rather than changing their behavior, somewhere I feel it's important to understand it as well. So now, because it is all about positive parenting, let us quickly discuss what do you mean by a parent? Who is a parent?
Mhm.
Probably, he's not only someone who gives birth to the child, the
Right.
caregivers, the elders, because as you said, that in a family, all the members are equally important. So any person who shares a very consistent relationship with the child, directly or indirectly, becomes the parent of the child.
Mhm.
Because the child is continuously having that confidence on that particular person that whatever he or she is telling me is right.
Mhm.
So what do you mean by positive parenting? Is it that we need to be positive all the time, we need
Yeah.
to be happy all the time? So it is not like that. Somewhere again, the positive parenting talks about the relationship between the child and the parent. It talks about growth. It talks about bad behaviors. It talks about good behaviors. In fact, in a gist, it talks about all the needs,
Mhm.
but from the perspective of the child. So
Mhm.
when we talk about positive parenting, it deals with not about changing a particular behavior of the child, but understanding and acknowledging your
Mhm.
child in a way that even if he or she is committing some mistakes, we try to understand why is that person, why is the child behaving in
Mhm.
such manner.
Mhm. So instead of ruling, it is about the helping children to grow up in the
Yeah,
society
like
of your.
in a way, a positive parenting empowers the child that if I have committed some mistake, my mom and dad, they're not going to kill me. Rather, if I am in a situation wherein I need help, probably my parents should be the first person whom I should be able to approach.
Yeah.
So when you start parenting in a positive way, or when you are positively parenting, you build a connection with your child.
Of course. And
The
right
child,
from the very early age, like from the newborn, can it
yeah,
be possible?
yeah, it happens. Like,
Mhm.
before that, it is very important that when you are connecting with your child, please keep your ears open.
Mhm.
Listen to the needs of your child. Be aware about the emotional needs of the child.
Hmm.
Because generally, what happens that, you give a very good lifestyle to your kids.
Mhm.
You send them to one of the best schools. You
Mhm.
feed them one of the best foods.
Mhm.
But are you able to emotionally feed your child in a way wherein the child is feeling fulfilled,
Of
because
course.
we are not able to see the emotions with our naked eyes.
Hmm. And child
It can
cannot
only be
express.
felt. Yes, yes, yes. And the child cannot express. Like, quickly coming to your child, that can we connect? Can we positively parent, from an early age? Why can't we do that? A newborn is born. What is the first and foremost responsibility of the parent? Be available to the child.
Yeah. And give the feeling of security and safety.
Sing, yes, sing, show love, give that attention. And along with it, it is equally important, Shraddha, because when the child is born, the mother
Hmm.
is also physically and emotionally in a distressed state. Let's accept it. Once a child is born, it is a happy moment, but
Yeah.
somewhere it feels like a burden as well. It
Yeah,
does feel
extra
like a burden.
responsibility, huh?
Exactly.
Another
So,
person's responsibility and
yes, yes,
availability of 24 hours.
you
Hmm.
are tired, it becomes your responsibility to take up the child. So, equally, it is very important that you are physically fit, you're emotionally fit. So, when the child is 0 to 1 months old, my request to all the mothers are, be
Hmm.
emotionally and physically well, take care
Hmm.
of yourself also. Then coming to, like, when the child goes to that 1 year to 2 year time slab, generally we call it as terrible too. But I feel it very bad, because the child is just understanding the emotions. Start
Yeah.
reading a lot of stories. Play games in terms of, sorting activities, squares,
Mm-hmm.
rectangles, where the cognitive development of the child is involved. Then
Mm-hmm.
start speaking to the child in the language you want him to speak, because this
Mm-hmm.
is the age wherein the children are understanding and imitating as well. So whatever you're doing, the child is immediately going to imitate and follow the same things. Generally what happens that whenever you rush to the bathroom also, probably in this time frame of 1 to 2 year old, the child wants that he should be in the bathroom also with the mother.
Yes.
So it's just, the child is wanting that attention.
Mm-hmm. And or
He
maybe
feels,
feeling secure with mom and
yes,
dad.
yes, he doesn't feel safe
Hmm.
when you are not around, when the mother is not around, or probably the parent is not around.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly coming to 2 to 3 years of age, the children are understanding, they are seeing the world with their own eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Pretend and play activities, from teaching good behavior, from teaching life skills, from teaching what language to use. Pretend
Mm-hmm.
and play behavior helps the child to understand how should you behave in a particular situation.
Mm-hmm.
From making the child understand that lying is good and being honest is lying is bad and being honest is good.
Mm-hmm. Moral education.
Yes. 3 to 5, allow the child to go outside to play with other children.
Okay. Social
And
connect, yeah.
yes, and be,
Networking.
yes, networking.
Mm-hmm.
Let there be fights, let there be arguments, let there be certain things with which the child doesn't feel nice.
So you're saying the emotional management starts from this
Yes,
particular age
yes,
group?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. The emotional management starts from each group, as early as 3. Be very clear and consistent while you are disciplining the child.
Right.
No means no.
Mhm.
The child feels upset, just don't rush to the child and try to manage that behavior. Help the child go through certain steps wherein that behavior can be managed. The child is angry, please do not bribe the child with a sweet or a treat.
Hmm.
Try to help the child understand their behavior. 6 to 8, the child all of a sudden feels independent, wants to go cycling, wants to move out, sneak peek into the elder brothers or probably the cousin's room, is very inquisitive. So
Mm-hmm.
what do you? You say no to that behavior? No, you do not. You simply divert that attention. There are
Mm-hmm.
certain children who are like, who have a tendency to push some other children, to hit some other
Mm-hmm.
children.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that they're angry or bad or they're having bad behavior, that he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know how to channelize that energy. Put
Mm-hmm.
your child into running classes, put your child into, judo, karate, any kind. See, we have to understand that parenting is a marathon. It's not sprint. That you
Mm-hmm.
just to a goal, they not just 100-meter race. You put in your energy, and yes, it's done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Process.
I think
And
for the elder people, it was a very easiest thing because they used to have two, three, four childrens, at a time, and now having one child and still feeling like whether we are giving the good parenting or upbringing to my child or not. It's a big question nowadays.
yeah, you know why? This is because previously the parents were just taking care of the child by looking at them. Whatever parents has said, the children used to believe in it and they used to follow it also.
Yeah.
But I don't feel that, probably that behavior is also a very, or probably that style is a very nice style, because we all know that how Indian parents always
Mm-hmm.
make their children feel that, helping or being available to your elders is good.
Mm-hmm.
Then the brides, they are, the daughter-in-laws of the family, they are not being understood by their, if they are not being understood, then they do not have a right. Previously, I'm talking about previous issues,
Yeah.
they really do not know how to put forth their
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, 9 to 11, this is the most critical age
Mm-hmm.
wherein positive parenting actually starts.
Hmm.
In this age group, it is responsibility of the parent to be involved whatever school activities your child is going to, what kind of friend circle he or she is having, because the child is going to acknowledge what is right and what is wrong.
Hmm.
Somewhere you have to talk about all the risky things which you are afraid of. So
Mm-hmm.
from drugs to sex to smoking to alcohol,
Hmm.
this is the right time to
Because
and
somehow, if you are not discussing at home, I think it has already
learn
been
to
introduced
yes,
from the
yes,
outer
yes,
world. So it's better to tell your child
yes,
in your own
yes.
way.
And this is the age to introduce 9 to 11, or probably
Mm.
9 to 12. Once
Mm.
your child is 12 years of age, Shraddha, be honest
Mhm.
on your views about all the risky things. Whether you like it or you don't like it, whether you appreciate the child, using these things, you allow the child to have a freehold in exercising his or her rights when it comes to, like, drinking, partying. So you have to be very clear and very consistent about. You cannot just say, okay, fine, once you're 15, then we will see.
Mhm.
You have to clearly set your boundaries, right? That is why I say that, positive parenting is not just about being positive all the time or being happy all the time.
Mhm.
It is all about respecting the opinion of your children also, and making them understand what is right and what is wrong. You do, while explaining them, what is right and wrong, you just cannot, you just cannot disrespect what they feel is right or wrong,
Yeah. Mhm.
because unless and until you're not talking about your expectations, the
And your experiences.
responsibility, yes, the responsibility of the children, how their behavior is going to affect their own future,
Mm.
because at the end, who is the parent? not the child, right?
Mm. Yeah.
It is very important that whenever a child is behaving in a certain manner, you need to get to the root cause of the behavior. You must have seen somewhere, some many a times it happens, a child as old as 13 or 14 years of age suddenly says, I don't want a triangle sandwich. I need a round one. Till yesterday, the child was very happily eating that triangle sandwich. So what do you do? Immediately say no to the
Just
child?
change the shape of the sandwich. What to do then?
But many a times, instantly, you cannot do that, right? You are getting late for the office, and
Yeah, but I think
it just
generally
comes
mom
up
asks that why do you want that? What you have to do with the shape of the sandwich? You just eat the sandwich.
exactly.
That's it.
Let's understand that many a times the whatever triggers the child is intrinsic also.
Hmm.
The child is just seeking attention, and the child is seeking attention. It means the child needs you.
Or maybe the child wants to say that I have different needs and
Yeah, no, and
preferences.
many a times the child needs you also.
Hmm.
Generally, what happens that we all believe in consistency,
Hmm.
but life puts us at places wherein being consistent doesn't work. COVID times
Hmm.
has really made all of us experience all the non-consistent kind of environments.
Right.
Schools closed, plans changed, sitting at home, fearful news. What is one pro tip? Pro tip for all the parent is be emotionally stable.
Hmm.
It is very important that if you are not feeling well, if you're not feeling nice, rather than being aggressive or angry on your child, tell your child, I'm feeling sad today. I'm not in a really good mood.
Okay.
So maybe I'll not be able to help you out in your homework. Or even if you have been angry, with your child for a certain thing, go ahead and say sorry to the child that I was not able to manage my behavior in a way.
Hmm.
Focus on what you can control.
Okay.
And
So
when I
what
say
about
focus on what
the
you can control,
above 12 years old children? Like, is this a similar way we can handle the above 12 years children some other
what
way?
happens, children who are about 12 years old, they tend to listen to their children, their parents. They'll have
Mm-hmm.
questions, but somewhere they have a belief also that whatever my parents are telling me, if they share a good relationship with their parents, the
Mm-hmm.
child tends to believe in all the facts, figures, expectations, responsibility the parent shares with the child.
Mm-hmm.
So even if the child is below 12 years of age and showing tantrums or not behaving well, you need to go to the root cause of the behavior.
Okay.
You need to be consistent, and you need to be true to whatever answers or whatever examples you're sharing with the child.
So it seems
The most
like upbringing it's not a really very easy task,
it is
and
not
it's
at
not
all
like that
easy.
it would be in a natural form because both sides need to understand, and I think
Yeah,
we can less expect from the child, but the parent should understand the right way of parenting.
every parent believes that he or she is using the right way, but generally what happens, we try to change the children according to whatever behavior we feel is right.
Yeah, probably some in some matters, definitely.
I always, when I ask this question, that focus on what you can control,
Mm-hmm.
immediately the parents share one behavior of the child which they can control. But when I ask that focus on what you can control,
Mm-hmm.
probably Shraddha, I am asking that you can only control yourself.
We are talking about the children, yeah. But you are saying that if you are balanced, you are controlled within you, then you can handle the outer world, whether it is children or any other situation, any other person. It applies everywhere, I think.
When two children are fighting, you shout, you scream at the top of your, voice and ask the children to
Mhm.
stop fighting and not scream.
Yeah,
But
generally,
if you
yes.
pause, but if you pause for a second,
Mm-hmm.
you shouted, you screamed at the top of your voice,
Yeah.
and you ask them to stop the same behavior. So is it
Mm-hmm.
relatable? Is it
I
related?
understand what you are trying to say. Yes.
Your boss called up and you said that you are unwell. Your child witnessed that behavior of yours. The child might have not asked that question to you, that you are good, you are ready for to go for a party, and you just said that you are unwell.
Mm-hmm.
So when the child asks you this question, I'm not saying, many a times it happens that you are not able to probably say the complete truth all the time. So at least explain the child that you needed a break badly, but because your office was not giving you this break, so I do not
Yeah.
support lying, but I had to use this time, and I'll be
Mm-hmm.
careful in future not to lie again.
Very nice. And I really like this thing, Vidisha, that you always said that the transparency should be built between parent and child so that the child can also understand your perspective.
The only problem I feel with all of us as parents is we feel that these are children, okay? We are the adults. But according to their age, even if we term them as children, they are at a set particular age.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to accept that if the child is 7 year old, he or she is behaving according to that particular age. And let's not please discuss about this, the standards which the society has set up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, comb well, you know, brush well, and all the well and good things about being a 7 year old.
Right. So, yes, very nice, Vidisha. For this time, I would say thanks to you to raising this kind of question and answers and solutions. It would be definitely helpful to our viewers. I hope that we can extend this topic to the next episode also in a different way,
Sure,
different topics,
sure.
and we'll get the solution from you. So, as of now, thank you so very much to you and viewers. So, viewers who are really interested to ask their question can really write down to anjana.singh at new2app.com, and please like, subscribe, and share this channel and YouTube videos because it's helpful to you and your friends and society as well. So we'll meet next time in a same platform right here, New to Life Talks, Questions of Life. Till then,
Thank you so
we'll meet
much.
again. Namaskar. Thank you.